Some guy asked me the other day, Sam, what is your goal? Why are you training all the time? What's the whole point of this training all the time? I told him for fucking life. It didn't click. It did not resonate with him. I'm like, for life? He's like, what do you mean for life? I'm like, I'm training for life. So what's your goal? I don't get it. I didn't have to justify to this person what my goals and aspirations are, because when you tell a person your goals and aspirations, they're struggling to train, they're struggling to get their ass in the gym, they're struggling to do anything to begin with. They don't see the benefit to begin with. So don't even share your goals and dreams and aspirations with those people. Keep them internal within yourself, or share your goals and aspirations with people who are aligned with where you want to go and grow, because if you do that, they're only going to amplify your vision, help you get there. If you share your goals and dreams and aspirations with people who've never even been there, all they're going to do is shit on it. All they're going to do is give you limiting beliefs and ideas in terms of why you can't do it, uncertainty, doubt, fear, promise that's going to fucking happen, and that's the battle. That's like the majority of the battle. A lot of people think it's mundane, but it's not. All those little slips that you guys do out there, even me, it's not just me, not just you, it can be happening to me, but my back was on the wall at such a young age. I basically did this. I'm not listening to nobody. I don't give a fuck. This is the direction I'm going. I'm not listening to any of you. I'm going this direction. I don't want to hear your fucking views. I don't hear your opinions. This does something internally for me that makes me a better person every single fucking day. Getting stronger is, to me, just a truth. Dude, there's not a single person on this fucking planet who says, hey Sam, do you want to be weak? Yeah, I want to be fucking weak. My wife's going to love me. My girlfriend's going to fucking love me. My friends and family, oh, it's going to be great to be weak and soft. Oh, it must be so great to be so sensitive to words. Oh, it must be so great to be so just low energy and just depressed all the fucking time. A liability, irresponsible. I know how it feels to be irresponsible as fuck. I'm the youngest kid in the family. Everyone tries to do everything for me. But eventually I realized, you know what? Fuck this. You know what? I gotta literally change my internal state in terms of how I view myself to gain some self-respect, because eventually, when everyone was doing everything for me, when everyone was responsible for me, when I was a weak, fragile, weak kid who got pushed around a lot, beat up a lot, and was depressed and pushed around by girls too because I was too fucking nice, a pussy ass bitch. I had nothing at that point. Nothing. Back was against a fucking wall. At that point, I realized I was alone. Nobody was going to save me because no one had the answer. Nobody had the answer except for one guy in the back of class. He gave me a workout program, wrote on a piece of paper. There's a pre-Wi-Fi, pre-internet, wrote on a piece of paper. I followed that program like it was fucking God, Bible, Quran. I don't know what the Jewish people read, but whatever book they read. Same shit in a good way. Not trying to be offensive. My apologies. Not apologizing. You know what I'm saying? Anyways, point. The guy gave me a piece of paper. I followed it to a T, except legs. I skipped legs. It's a whole different story. I put it aside, but I followed it like I believed in it. Fuck. And I didn't flinch. Was I perfect right away? No. Was my form correct? No. But I always left knowing I felt good inside. It did something for me that changed my reality. So when people ask me, why do you train? I train for life. To change who I am and be able to get through dog shit. People call me crazy all the fucking time, but I'm not the one on medication. I'm not the one going to a psychiatrist. I'm not the one complaining about first world problems. I'm not the one, listen, I'm not perfect. I've done a lot of stupid ass shit in my life. I've done a lot of crazy ass shit. And I mean, like, a lot of it, everything had to do with pleasure-seeking behaviors and just shitty ass habits and just a miserable blueprint I had to follow. But when I had a strength training program to follow, and I just validated myself internally first by admitting I'm strong, admitting that I'm okay, admitting that I'm fine, admitting that I have a roof, conditioning, everything I really need to make my own decision. I didn't feel like I was an emotional ragdoll. I did not feel like other people had a control on me. That's what I felt as a young kid. I felt because I was so weak physically and emotionally, I was too scared to fucking make my own decisions, too scared to speak my own mind, too scared to do a lot of shit. I got stepped around, pushed around a lot. Because everything was just like, I don't want to fucking... I was always working around other people because if I fucking said anything against their views or how to do things from their point, saying don't hang out with them, don't hang out with those bad boys, don't hang out with those kids, don't hang out with those losers. They weren't losers. The other people who were saying they were insecure. They didn't want me hanging out with those other people. I don't want to get into that right now, but shit. So eventually I said, fuck you, I'm doing what I want. The more stronger I got, physically, the more stronger I got, emotionally, the more stronger I got mentally. It's an everyday pursuit. It's not like, hey, you're there. No, it's you earn it every single fucking day because every day's a new fucking day. You wake up, you gotta do shit. And you're getting curveballs. Life's gonna throw curveballs on all of us. Everybody. Everybody. And it's just a matter of, can we handle it? So when I see a person who's dropping the ball every single day based off their body, they just look soft, I just know the pain they're going through. And you don't have to be fucking skinny as shit, fat as fuck, same shit, doesn't matter. Each on the ends of the spectrum, pain is pain. One thing I realized, when people get stronger and stronger, once you get to a certain level, you listen to people's life stories, the process is the same. The stories are different. Someone who's morbidly obese and someone who's skinny, in the end of the day, the process to get to that level of internal peace and just tranquility and a peace of mind and comfort and just appreciating your presence is the same. You struggle when you're emotionally down, when you're feeling down about yourself. You put yourself under a lot of extreme stress and you basically put a lot of fucking overwhelming physical pressure to ground our fucking emotions, to get us out of our own head, put us in peak physical performance, and just make us realize anything we're going through ain't that important. It's not that right here, right now, whatever we're feeling, which is a positive feeling in the moment after a hard-ass workout, will give you the ability to go through your day with clarity, gratitudes, and peace of mind. Gratitude's earned. That's one thing I had to learn. I tried that whole writing your journal, write down things you're grateful for, until I realized it doesn't really fucking mean much. When I realized I had to earn it, and I had to go out and do things to be grateful for it. So I realized working really hard and going towards anything which my dream, my mind, my conscience is telling me to do is what literally made me feel grateful. By the end of it, doesn't matter what the fuck it is. I could do the same job twice. And one day I could be miserable and hate my fucking life and have a negative view on the job. And one day I could have a wonderful view on the job. Ask any salesperson, for example. I've done sales jobs. I fucking love the job. I hate the job. My outlook on the same job was different. When I was grateful and happy that I had that fucking job and I loved the fucking job, I was killing it because I was working hard and things were going great. Deals were coming in. But when I hated the job is when fucking nothing was coming through and I was not putting the work in the job itself. I worked in the kitchen too. I am working in kitchens. I'm part-time, and guess what? Same job, different outlook based off how I feel internally, based off my view of myself in terms of if I'm following through with everything I said I'm going to do that specific day. When I slip up, when I don't do well, my workouts are always on fucking points. After the workouts, if I slip up and I don't do the work that I said I'm going to do, I feel it internally. I feel it not just within me. When I have conversations with people, it's different. It's not the same. It's like they know, and I consider myself a leader from that standpoint where I truly believe how I carry myself, my energy, and how I view myself and how I look is an offering to the external world, because the external world, a lot of people are in pain. They are not happy with their current state physically, emotionally, mentally, and it's my job to carry myself a certain way, because if I carry myself a certain way, at least it'll push me in the direction of being able to maybe think past the superficial aspects of fitness and realize it's going to help you for your fucking life. That's exactly the fucking point. It drives me fucking nuts when people ask me, why do you train? It's not just for the looks. And that's where people lose it. The most superficial people are the ones that quit working out because they're just more focused on the end result versus the internal change in terms of how they fucking feel. The ones that go to the gym every single fucking day, regardless of how they fucking feel, are the least superficial, because they're not just focused on how they look outside. They're more focused in terms of how they feel inside, because they realize if they don't feel good inside, it's going to affect the way they view the world outside. So in other words, if the world outside is looking like shit, dog shit, has a negative view on us, we change how we feel inside of us, so we change the view of outside of us. It's that fucking simple. We take control of our internal state based off how we move and how we eat. So we're both fucking energy. Energy's energy. Simple shit. So when you do that every single fucking day, you're tapping into a universal truth, which is force, energy, changes our physiology, basic biochemistry 101. I don't have to go complicated on this shit. Oxygen, water, meat, vegetables, fruit, keep that shit clean. You gotta lose weight, go on a deficit. You gotta gain weight, go on a surplus, not more than 250 to 500 calories surplus or deficit, depending on how much pain you can handle, how much weight you want to gain. And you just go through with it. It's not that fucking hard. It really is not. And then you add a strength training protocol on top of the equation, and you feel fucking great. You're happy to be alive because you're growing internally, physically, mentally, spiritually. Every single day, you're validating yourself in terms of self-respect. You're respecting yourself. You love yourself every single fucking day. And you're training for fucking life. For life. Ever. Till you fucking die. Rest in peace. Bitch. Every single fucking day. Work is not an excuse. Nobody can say work is an excuse, because don't you want to work on yourself? If you hate your fucking job, you hate your fucking part-time, you hate your job, you wish you had something else to do, and yet you make the excuse you don't want to work out. What do you tell me? You don't work on yourself? You don't want to give yourself the confidence to quit your fucking job? Do you know how many people I've trained, and after I've trained them, they got either job promotion, they quit the fucking job to get a new fucking job, because they realized whatever thought they had in their head is not that important, or they realized when they started amplifying their confidence, it resonated with people at work, and it amplified the work productivity. And when it amplified the work productivity, they got promotions. That's how important training for strength in life is. It's the intention behind the act itself. There's a lot of people out there who train just to fuck bitches, get money, whatever it is, whatever maybe feel look tough, whatever it may be, but it could lead to a negative outcome based off their view in terms of what working out is. It does something for them in the moment, but the outcome is negative. In other words, they might do everything right for a certain degree, but they might just go sabotage it every single time, right then and there. Maybe people want to work out, so they go out and party, do a lot of drugs, and get fucked up. Sure, they're doing all the right things, and then they sabotage. They get through a fucking degenerate rabbit hole. They blow a lot of money, do a lot of shit they shouldn't be doing. Probably cheat on the wife, cheat on other people. You know what it is. I don't have to fucking explain that negative ass bullshit. I've done that partying stuff way too much after my workouts feeling great. And take this from me, when you work out like a motherfucker and you do some of those fun stuff, those liquid substances, the alcohol, maybe the drugs, whatever it may be, and then you party like a motherfucker, it feels like a whole different thing. Because when you're comfortable with your own skin and you add that shit on top of it, it's a different fucking feeling. But when people chase that with the intention of just doing that every single day, it leads to a lot of internal turmoil, because whoever made us on this planet, I just realized from my own experience, you can believe in God, you don't have to believe in God. We're not supposed to just pleasure seek 24 fucking 7. There's a purpose. My purpose is me. To follow whatever my conscience is telling me to do internally. I've realized that when I follow word for word what I'm supposed to do, I feel fucking great. When I don't, it either lingers in my mind 24 fucking 7, or it causes more pain, depending on how important the act is and how urgent it is. And when I realized there were certain things in my life I ignored, it led to a falling house of cards. It fucked me up. But a lot of that house of cards falling down and crumbling had a lot to do with my morning process, which I do right now, which wasn't the morning back then. It was more some mid-afternoon, late evening, or late mornings. I'm trained all the fucking time, but I realized going into the real world, the world doesn't have to fucking mend for you. It doesn't have to mend for me. Oh, I don't have time to work out in the morning. Or I don't have time to work out in the evening. I don't have time. Okay, don't have time. Nobody said the world's going to mend for you. That's one of the biggest bullshit. That's why I train as a crazy hour. Nobody has a fucking excuse. What are you going to say? What are you going to say? The beautiful thing about the body is it adapts to any fucking circumstance. It's called survival, motherfucker. When it realizes you need to wake up at this fucking time to hunt for fucking food because you gotta survive, and there's fucking bears and wolves out there howling and shit in the wild, and you gotta wake up at fucking 3 a.m. You got no fucking food. You gotta go out right now, and you got all day to fucking do it, because the longer you're awake, the more you can fucking do. You can't waste a fucking second. Warrior shit. The body adapts. If you gotta wake up a super early time, you gotta go through dog shit. And once you go through the dog shit, the body adapts. And eventually, it just feels like easiness. Easy peasy. At first, it's dog shit. Waking up at fucking 3 a.m., 2:30 a.m., 2 a.m. is easy shit for me now. It's hard, but it's easy. Back then, it was the hardest fucking thing. And it felt hard because of other habits around the habit itself of working out. The phone screen, the diet had to go, the clean had to be super clean, the partying had to go. Everything had to go. Like I said, the world doesn't have to mend for you. When you want to be a fucking savage with your workout, the super fucking freak, an athlete till you day you die, and train for fucking life forever. Ever. Not part-time bullshit, stupid ass shit, piece of shit feeling that you get time to time. Why does this resonate? Non-negotiable. Zero excuses, you gotta go. It's not fitness, external, superficial bullshit. It's internal too. Both. But if you don't feel good internally, externally, you're gonna feel like shit. A lot of people I know look gorgeous outside, but internally, I know them for a fact. They got the anxiety medication, they got the pills, the depression. All selfish. All selfish. You don't want to admit it, people don't want to admit it, but it's selfish. Anyways, that's that. Stay strong. Like I said, just a little rant. It's not just about training to become lean. It's not about training just to get biceps, triceps to look good. It's important, but I'll tell you this. When you move good, you feel good. When you feel good, you look good. When you look good, you do good things in life. That's what it's about in that order.